Good morning to everybody. It's Thursday. It's your Throwback Thursday show. Sorry I took a little hiatus for about a week or so, but I am back and ready to rock and roll. So here we go. Good morning again. Like I said, I'm throwing some morning stuff out there. I'm going to be waking up early, getting some stuff done, editing this out, maybe do a live YouTube video tomorrow. Look for that to drop after noon. Top headlines in the sports world. Todd Bowles takes the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coaching position, and they send Bruce Arians into a front office role. This is coming out of Tampa, Florida. Jenna Lane, what's going on, girl? How you been? Bruce Arians is stepping down. Tampa Bay defensive coordinator Todd Bowles replaces him. Arians told ESPN he doesn't see the changes as a retirement. Quote, no, moving to the front office, he said in a text message, I'm still working. So that's good. Next, the United States books spot for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. San Jose, Costa Rica, the United States men's national soccer team is qualified for the 2022 World Cup, securing its berth to the tournament in Qatar after missing out in 2018, the Russia edition. And what was largely a formality, U.S. lost 2-0 to Costa Rica on Wednesday, but still managed to secure one of CONCACAF's 3 automatic berths, along with Canada and rival Mexico. Next, Seton Hall hires Holloway as new men's basketball coach after a historic run at St. Peter's. So he's leaving Jersey and heading to Seton Hall. Has hired Holloway, fresh off leading St. Peter's on a historic Elite Eight run and beat Kentucky in the first round, which destroyed my bracket. Holloway will be introduced as the Pirates coach on Thursday, agreed to a 6-year deal according to ESPN. Quote, life has a way of coming full circle, said Holloway, who starred at Seton Hall as a player and later was an assistant. This is certainly a full circle moment for my family and I. Seton Hall is near and dear to my heart. It's where I became a man, where I met the love of my life, where I spent countless hours honing my crafts as a basketball player and basketball coach. 45 years old, excited to see him take it up St. Peter's, Elite Eight, then going to Seton Hall where he finished his alma mater. And that's what I'm talking about. Top headlines for your Thursday.
Listen to my daddy on AJ Let's Talk Sports podcast and YouTube, and subscribe.
I've been lower than the floor. That negativity you force on top of me. Only I can set me free. I wanna be the best that I can be. Just let 'em go.
We're finishing out the month of March. We are in the springtime. I know it's snowing up in Wisconsin right now, up in Madison. My sister just showed me a Snapchat, which is horrible. 31 to 32 degrees up there and snowy. It's a 60 degrees here, but rainy, so it's not too bad here in Dayton, Ohio area. So, taking a look at the Final Four, and I kind of wanted to jump around here to talk about the preview of the Final Four. I didn't even want to really talk about the college basketball landscape because I just got destroyed on my brackets. I had Gonzaga winning, and I had Kentucky winning like all the other ones, which they lost. So I suck. So the Rock Chalk Jayhawks KU is going to be in TBS. I don't have TBS, so I'm not going to be able to watch it unless I go somewhere and watch it, but I'm not going to because I'm going to be busy, boys. Colin Gillespie. I love this kid from Villanova. I like him, but Kansas is going to get the win, which Agbaji. $227 for Caesar Superdome, Kansas versus Villanova. And they have Villanova slightly edged here in the actually they have Kansas at 4 on the money line. I didn't know that, over under 134, because when I look at the percentage, it actually has Villanova winning by 50.8%. But if you look at the statistics, look at the money lines here, Caesar Sportsbook, it's Kansas favored by 4. So kind of anxious to see how that plays out because I want Kansas to win. But Ohio State lost to Villanova, so I'm going to get redemption with the Rock Chalk Jayhawks. Anyways, we're going to take a closer look here at the previews of the Final Four. Now, I'm going to pick, I got Kansas and Duke. And so it's setting up for Mike Krzyzewski to retire with a win, but more to come on that. NCAA titles for Kansas, they have 3. They won back 1952, 1988, and 2008. NCAA tournament path, first round, they defeated Texas Southern. Then they defeated Creighton. And then they defeated Providence. And then they beat Miami, destroyed Miami 76-50. Let's see. Best player, Agassi. Strengths, this is an experienced team playing with a ton of confidence, trotting out 4 seniors a junior, and 2 sophomores in their 7-man rotation. Remy Martin, I kind of like him, but the weaknesses, after stellar showing in the Big 12 tournament, Jayhawks have been a little bit streaky in the big dance. The single-digit wins against both Creighton in the second round and Providence in the Sweet 16 had some tense moments, but it allowed Miami to jump out. But key number 0. Every other team in the Final Four has at least one former 5-star prospect on the roster, and the Jayhawks do not have any. So, I have Kansas going into the championship game versus Duke. Duke has a lot of titles. They have 5 titles, actually, to be exact. Coach Krzyzewski, we already talked about him. This is going to be his last year. Best player is Bachero. Got to watch out for him. He could be a top 5 pick in the 2022 NBA draft. Duke has most talented rotation of any team in the Final Four, so watch out for that. Look at this. So they were in second half of the Sweet 16 win against Texas Tech, going 17 for 24, almost 71% from the field. Team is nearly unstoppable, so you got to really watch him. Mark Williams, Jeremy Roaches, and A.J. Griffin. That's what I'm talking about. You got to watch out for them 3-pointers. But 4 teams remaining in this tournament. Duke does rate last in adjusted defensive efficiency, just slightly behind their Tobacco road rival in the national semifinals of North Carolina. So key number is 45.8. The X factor of Duke's offense is Griffin, who averages 45.8% on 3-point attempts this season. That's ridiculous. So go watch out for Griffin. Get a body on him out in the 3-point line. So Coach Krzyzewski, it's setting up for Coach Krzyzewski to get his win here as he heads off into the sunset. But I don't want it to happen. I kind of have Kansas winning the whole thing. I told my brother to pick Kansas. He does have Kansas in the championship and winning the whole thing. So if he does that, he owes me half. Nah, I'm just playing. So on this day in sports history, we're going to wrap it up with a Throwback Thursday special. So here you go. Taking you back to 1973, March 31st, Muhammad Ali suffers a broken jaw and a shock split points decision loss to Ken Norton. Ken Norton was a beast over 12 rounds in San Diego. Ali wins rematch in another controversial split decision. Ken Norton, stud. Same year, Boston Bruins defenseman Bobby Orr scores his 3rd goal and hat trick in a 7-3 loss at Toronto to become the first player in NHL history to score 100 points for 4 straight seasons. Same year, Billie Jean King ends Australian Margaret Court's 57-match winning streak, 6-7, 7-6, 6-3 in semifinals in the WTA event in Indianapolis, Indiana. Taken to 1980, Larry Holmes TKOs Leroy Jones in 8 for WBC title in Las Vegas. 1984, Mike Boston becomes the first player in NHL history to record 7 straight 50-goal seasons, scores 50th and 51st of the year in a 3-1 New York Islanders win at Washington. 1988, New York Islanders celebrate defensive Dennis Potvin's 1,000 points and 1,000 NHL goals. 1990, 20-year-old Quebec Nordics center Joe Sakic scores a goal in a 3-2 loss to Hartford to become the youngest player in NHL history to score 100 points in a season, 20 years old. 1991, St. Louis Blues, Brett Hall scores 86th goal of the season, 2-1 win over Minnesota North Stars, 3rd best total in NHL history. 1991, Steve Ellington birdies final hole to win by 1 stroke ahead of the runner-up Fuzzy Zoeller. That was at the PGA Players Championship, TPC Sawgrass. 1994, Chicago White Sox assigns former NBA superstars Michael Jordan to the Birmingham Barons Class AA Southern League, returns to NBA after 1 season. 1995, this is one of my favorite guys of all time. Second time in tennis history, world number 1 and number 2, Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi. Really liked Andre Agassi. Scores victories in U.S. quarterfinal win against Italy in Palermo. Play together, that's pretty sweet. 1996, PGA Players as Freddie Couples, boom boom. PGA Players Championship, TBC Sawgrass, shoots a final round of 64 to win his 2nd PC title, 4 strokes ahead of runner-up Tommy Tolles and Colin Montgomery, if you remember them. 1996, Nabisco Dinah Shore Women's Golf Missions Hills CC Patty Sheehan wins by 1 stroke over Meg Mallon and Annika Sorenstam. I got a fun fact, Annika Sorenstam, I have her signature autograph. So There you go. And here we go. More in tennis, 2002, March 31st. This year, Andre Agassi wins his 700th career match and captures his second straight Key Biscayne title over Roger Federer back then. Onyx Sorensen of Sweden shoots a final round of 68 to win, one stroke. 2002. 2003, Cincinnati Reds open their new home, the Great American Ballpark, with a 10-1 loss to the Pittsburgh Pirates. President George H.W. Bush throws his first ceremonial pitch. And there you go. There's your top headlines. That was your top headlines. Man, I'm not even thinking today. The Final Four and my picks for the Final Four and on this day in history. Love you guys. God bless. Tip the waitress, like I always tell you guys.
Get your sports needs at AJ Let's Talk Sports. Hope you have a good day, guys. God bless. Tip your waitress.
Focus on how I'm living now. So focus on how we all fall out. I need to focus on why I am so hopeless. This life, it has me clueless. Lord, I am observing. Help me sing it now.